Welcome to the Artisan Small Batch Academy. Whether you want to level up the sewing of your own products or you want to pursue a career as an independent sewing contractor, I can help you with all the steps to success. I'm going to cover what is small batch manufacturing, what tools you can buy at your local hardware store, and then the difference between domestic and industrial sewing machines. Let's start with what is small batch manufacturing. Anytime you are sewing multiples of a product, that's manufacturing. I call small batches anything up to 1,000 units. This can happen in a micro factory. I use the term micro factory because it might be in someone's basement or an offsite studio, but it's not large manufacturing, so it's a tiny factory, so I call it a micro factory. It's still manufacturing, and it's just small batch manufacturing. My small team of independent sewing contractors with their own micro factories manufactured 4,000 finished goods in 12 months from local owners. What if this happened in every city? I'm here to help domestic manufacturing grow. Home-based micro factories are significant for small brands because it reduces waste and overproduction, which makes it financially sustainable for owners. This approach meets consumer demand of locally made goods also. It also supports ethical manufacturing by providing a living wage with the dollars that stay in your area. An independent sewing contractor can make anywhere from $20 to $60 an hour and not leave home. This business model gives flexibility to the stitchers and the designers. This is also a skill set comparative to an electrician or a plumber. It actually takes years for a professional stitcher to acquire their expertise. The beauty for owners is being able to keep a close eye on production and potentially not even pay for shipping. All of this reduces the environmental impact associated with large-scale manufacturing. Sometimes, if you're sewing your own product, you can find an independent contractor and maybe share the job, and they get acquainted with your product just by sewing some of it. And then it eases you into getting used to paying somebody to manufacture your product. But you can go faster. And so sometimes that's a common way to help get you into the space of small batch manufacturing. Sometimes it's hard to let go of your own product. This journey for me began 16 years ago when a local company asked me to build out their manufacturing space because they had all this warehouse. And they wanted to maybe start producing their own and purchase less from wholesalers. I never thought that I was going to end up in manufacturing, even though I was always involved with fashion and sewing. And I ended up loving this manufacturing. I ended up with a team of 13 stitchers I trained, finishing 200 garments a day. I was in charge of 20,000 yards of 3 different kinds of fabric, 186 different components of zippers, hooks and eyes, elastic, laces. It was enormous, and I loved every minute of it. We also had 1,800 SKU numbers. There wasn't much help the whole time I was doing this, which is why I'm doing this. I need to share my 16 years of experience with anyone that needs help wanting to pursue this domestic manufacturing. I frequently felt like I was forging a path with a machete because I was having a hard time finding any help. But I happen to live in a city with an artist's heart, and I've had 5 people get approved to pitch for Shark Tank as startups only. And I've got 2 more patent pending clients that are pitching this month. They're coming back through town again. So it feels really good to be able to keep all of this local. I have out of town clients too, but it's nice to keep as much as local as possible. I'm an advocate for the needle trades and want to promote domestic manufacturing. Let's get to the next video where I tell you where you can buy tools, which tools that you can get at your local hardware store. And anytime